Oh Lord. Oh Lord. Have you ever seen this craziness? Now we're jumping in pretty soon. We're jumping in pretty far in. That's because I'm kind of selfish and I started it myself and you had no invitation. But here you are. And we are on chapter 13. So you're gonna have to start on 13 or you can go ahead and read from the first chapters down to where we are at now so you can catch up. But yeah, so this is shigurui. Shi, which means blood. Gurui, I'm not sure. I think gurui is a lot. No, a lot is ipai, I think. But shigurui, carnage is. I feel like there is a sense of carnage you can feel through that title. And there is carnage, to be fair. There is literally carnage in there. It is a carnage fest, but beyond the carnage fest is just a nice little story. No, a little story is a is disrespecting it. It's a crazy big, amazing story. It's pretty great. Just to catch up, anybody that needs some catching up or that feels like getting some catching up, all the characters here are extremely flawed and are a result of their time. You won't find heroes in the classic sense of the term. You will mostly find people that are conveniently placed and that could conveniently this precise one. The ones suffering the most are obviously the women. They are going through it. I'm not gonna lie to you, this manga is rough because it's pretty close to reality. And this is Edo period, if I'm not mistaken. Edo Jidai type shit. So when they go through that, anyway, you just gonna have to see. Everybody got their little flaw going on, and you gotta, and even the one that I consider the main character feels like a, you know, feels like a wuss in some sense because he's not acting. No character is acting out of character, I should say. Because they're all influenced by their times and by their beliefs and that's how they act. But this character, I now am rooting for the very reason that he's still going against the system per se, not for the sake of saving the system or making it better for the next one coming or making it better for the one suffering from it, but mostly for himself. But context us, in this context, he is sort of the best option for me. So I'm sort of rooting for him. I'm still with the main character in some way, even though we haven't had anything that pushes us to love him so much more than anybody else. Besides the fact that he's quite gentle and he seems like a good man, but he's also a follower, an extreme follower, to the point that well, that's where he loses me. He follows really heavily, which is actually in some point respectable, since he goes out of his way. He goes out of his way to I don't know. He still does his best. I'm have to say. So let's continue the reading. Now we catch up to where this dude well has seemingly won, but he has not. This is all in his head. It's all imaginative. A boy was imagining things. He was tripping out here winning. He got the ladies. He got the rival bowing to him. The rival being the main character. This is well who I've been considering the main character till now. and he has it all for himself. And I was thinking, damn, he really managed to win. But then this happened. She is grateful, and I thought, well, maybe she just said, since at least this character doesn't obey, doesn't, let's say, obey the system that much, doesn't just follow it blindly. I have to say, he has gained point for me. He has gained a couple of points for me. But that's not what's happening here. He's happy. He got his hand on her. He's thinking of the status. Even in his imagination, he understands that this nigga is hella crazy. Talking about seed, nut, the nut merchant here. Eats up the the plate, the sake cup, the sara. While doing so, he's still being witnessed by our girl here, Iku. Iku, which I like a lot, but she's going through it too. But then this happens, and this is the mother of this guy. And in the prior chapters, well, let's just say she can't be standing like this, and she can't be saying this, and he's all happy and shit. But this is not what he did. He did something that just can't make this whole scene possible. And we come back to it happening right now. He's getting pummeled the fuck out. This is our boy from Kogan. I'm struggling with the name, but it's Fujiki, and this guy is Ikori, if I'm not mistaken. He's getting his shit busted down, teeth and all, till the master goes. That's enough, which is a surprise to me. It seems like he still forgives the man for doing what he did. And all the students get around and they look at him. And now we are catching up to where I've stopped. And I just had to get these moments on camera, because it's pretty crazy. And so they give him medicine, and Iku is watching. She got done dirty too, I gotta say. But anyway, there you go. Do not be alarmed. Do not be alarmed. I have medicine. No, do not be alarmed. The medicine I have just fed to Sagan is an elixir made of poppy seeds. Of course, it will serve to melt away Sagan's pain, like snow in spring. Therefore, you must administer the final punishment, mistress. And so I saw this, right? Now I said, damn, that's fucked up. Seems like they're gonna do some fucked up shit with some hot cold. But then I saw the shape. And he was like, nah, they ain't gonna do that. That's what they gonna do. That's what they aiming for right here. They going the extra mile. They really making sure that he don't do that shit again. They're really going for my boys' things right here. I don't know if they're trying to put, they're trying to sound it up, do some sounding, or if they trying to just go for the cheeks, which I would prefer. This is kind of, yeah, anyway. She goes, ugh. The true punishment will be burning away the root of evil, and that is the penis. that led you to this predicament. These dude's eyes are nutty. And they're justifying the fact that the old fucker is really jealous about Iku, you know, having a she was about to have two husbands that both got killed. There was a dog even that got killed because they liked Iku, and the old man don't like that they like that, you know. But the students here can't disrespect their master, so they rationalize it as, well, Lady Iku, we understand that the whole situation in which you're in is not your fault, but you not we're not trying to go against our master's words. So the one at fault here is this Mr. Cheeks over here, Kikoru over here, and such is Kogan Sensei's judgment, they say, because he cannot be at fault. If you refuse to do it, then we shall take Sagan life into our own hands. His life, his life, and for the sake of his life, he's losing his head, his other life. And she's thinking of Sagan Sama's life because Sagan Sama has showed her love when she felt like she could never reach love anywhere. And there was a really beautiful scene that showed the old man, because the old man has 6 fingers on one of his hands, and they just put a spider instead of his hand, and it just looked beautiful on the scene. It was a nice metaphor of how she felt about him. And but here she is, and she has to go through with it. And there goes the nuts, man, seared to a crisp. And Ikoru here is a beautiful man, you know, so he gets a lots of the he goes through the hose and such, but he also went through a really tragic backstory that you have to go back to see, because I'm not trying to get you through all that. But anyway, this is happening right now, and she has willed herself at least to 7. She got pushed to doing it because she probably wouldn't have the resolve to go with that, because that's just messed up. But anyway, the stench that could not be described with mere words rose into the air, and I can't imagine that stench. He's not feeling it, but oh my god. Burning fat dripped onto Sagan's face like droplets of water. Ah, these niggas twisted, bruh. This dude is happy, which makes it even worse. I would expect you to at least not be so happy about it. This dude hides it better. This dude looks kinda happy too. But at this time, Iko had actually. No! What the fuck? No, Lady Iko, what the Damn. Bro, this manga does not shy away from graphic things. And in prior scenes, Lady Iku actually got one of her nipples torn right off. But now she's sacrificing the other one for our man here. And she shoved it on her own breast. None of them realized it. Damn. Actually, protecting Sagan Irako-sama. Oh, it's Irako, sorry. Say again, Irako. Please run away, Nigiro. A true ride or die. No, a true ride or die, sorry. He's just looking. Damn. The boy ran from it. The boy ran for it. Tripped, slipped. Out of it. Out of it, I said. Ah, shit, the bell telling of twilight's coming intended to cleanse anxiety and sin. Serve only to bore into the hole in his back that Uchimata Gozaemon had made. Uchimata! Which got and echoed harshly in the brain that Fujiki Genosuke had shaken. Seigen's eyes were swollen nearly to their limit, due to the drugs he had imbibed. Where am I? Oh, hell no. Kogan. Now, is he aware right now? Seigen Dono. Ken, yes, that's right. I was about to learn the secret technique, Nagariboshi. Fuck. Teetering between dreams and reality. This is actually probably better. Seigen did not even realize that his sword was... It's made of bamboo? I thought it would be... Oh my god, bro. You at least play fair, man. When the fingers of Yamamoto Kogan held Hasnobi's unraveled Master Tachi sword, his disciples covered their eyes. They're acting like they don't know what's going on. Only Shinhan Uchimata, already acknowledged as a master of Kogan Ryu, was allowed to behold it. Huh. They're about to showcase Nagareboshi. This nigga's about to Nagareboshi on his ass. I wanna teach the technique. Even our boy here, Mr. Protag, had to close his eyes. My man Uchimata's mouth is gone. Yep, he is aware. He is in his sane moments. The moon is rising like the boiling of maddened blood. Let me see, Mr. Kikoru here. Just gotta check for some. Irako-sama. Irako-sama. At first I really was. The demon sword I had kept hidden in my... hidden is now in my hand. Shit, it's about to go down. Damn, she sacrificed one of her boobies, bro, for this man. And now kinda I'm on his side. Cause this old man is kind of a... Well, they're sort of the same sort of people. But he made it. He didn't yet. That's about it. Damn. The way he holds the sword is special. That's how you sort of portray that sound that you make. Though Kogan's right hand, endowed with one more finger than normal, gripped his sword, in much the same manner as Fujiki Genosuke had. Oh, in his match against Hirako Seigen. There were two differences. So it's really similar to the technique that Fujiki developed by chance on that snowy day. One was that the combat ability of his opponent, Hirako Seigen, which was much lower than usual. This was a factor which all but confirmed victory. Regardless of school or discipline. And the other way was his left hand grasping the blade between its fingers. And lo, the demon of the sword shed tears of chagrined rage. Damn you, nigga. This is all a flashback, so we going a flashback in flashback right now. Bunker, 4th year of Edo. Yeah, so it is the Edo Jedi. Yamato Kogan, during another year of training, was facing off against Sagyu Munenori, the man who would later serve as sword instructor to the House of Shogun. Oh, that's the dude who got his lower jaw fucked up. See the fucking beautiful art and presentation. Holds his sword, he blocks, he slashes away. Was that a miss on both sides? Seemingly. Goes back, holds it here. But he always holds this whipping motion, flick of the wrist type of beat. He goes for it. He steps back, misses. Apparently, he uses that one technique we saw earlier. I saw earlier, and extends the reach. It slightly misses the man, cause this nigga is actually pretty good. I'm kind of surprised. He dodges it, goes for the other attack, right for his hands. He dodges it. Dosan Kashi Yagyu Estate. The Wagyu Estate. Gyu is beef. Yeah, I gotta know what that is. So they stand. They seem kind of equal. Yagyu Matayamon Munenori. Yuamoto Kogan. Can see the hunger this dude has. Munenori persistently parried Kogan's flowing strikes. And you're gonna notice that they don't usually clash swords a lot, because as they said in a couple of chapters prior, swords break easily. They can break easily through the clash of the swords. So they actually dodge by themselves and rarely clash swords. slash sideways, hoping to damage his outstretched right hand. His disciples, Murato Yozu and Kimura Sukekuro, were the only ones who could follow his blinding series of attacks and counterattacks. He is holding his sword strangely. Yeah, the nigga has 6 fingers, bro. I don't know what to, oh, but he was actually hiding it in this time. Yeah, you can almost not see it. See, that's the thing. This manga functions in the slick manner of hiding things away. So you can never notice. They hide a lot away. For example, here, you would have not noticed. It's all going fast. So you don't actually notice that, he has literally 6 fingers. We know, the audience knows because we've been here. But then we go down and we see that he actually has it undercover. See, and nobody else knows. And his strikes are fast and far-reaching, making it dangerous to attempt closing in. Get the smile on him. I must target his grip. I must strike against the thing attempting to strike me. He's calm. He's really calm about it. The thing is, I kinda took him for a chump because of the slight bit of backstory that we got. But he is seemingly extremely good and extremely smart about it. Yagyu Shinkageryu Jumonji, with this weird ass stance. Shinkage, new shadow style, new shadow dragon. Jumonji, more like Jumanji. Ha 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 ha. And so they face off again. I see. And this is the technique that we see him using. Kogan Ryu Hoshinagare. Kogan Ryu Hoshinagare. I guess Ryu is more of a, not used as a dragon here, but it's more like a technique. Hoshinagare. So he holds his sword, sort of like a slingshot. Not a slingshot. There is a resistance effect that if we, I say we, but I am the one who witnessed that first chapter. On the first chapter, you can see that there is somebody that uses this technique on another part of their body. Munenori looked upon those hands and glimpsed his own certain death. Oh shit. Every single cell in the great swordsman's body, in he who had mastered every art of the esteemed house of Yagyu, was refusing battle. Ooh. Damn, so this dude just understood that what was the thing coming was not for him to be dealing with. He said, I forfeit. And this nigga goes, I see, it is a draw. Naturally, Kogan had reasons of his own in saving face for Munenori. I mean, yeah, would have been out of, you gotta be able to feel this shit. He felt it, so he said, I forfeit, and that takes a whole lot of, I guess, humility to do. And I mean, he understands that he was gonna die, so, but he saves his face. So Since you seem to have the requisite skill, I shall recommend you to the house of Tokugawa. You wanting it for power. I truly thank you. At the time, Tokugawa Ieyasu was lord of an estate measuring 2,500,000 koku. Koku is a measure for rice. Even amongst the greater daimyo, this was an unimaginable large amount. It was almost certain that he would take the reins of heaven once Hideyoshi died. However, that year, an estate below Edo Castle, to the martial artists dreaming of glory to become sword instructor to the house of Tokugawa, was to reach the absolute limit of that goal. So it is you. Kogan's interviewer was Masazumi, son of Ieyasu, ally Honda Masanobu. Though young, the difference in station between he and the average Ronin was as that of the heavens and the earth. So how homie here with the 6 fingers. And he noticed, he was actually hiding it, and he got really good at hiding it, probably throughout his years. But he noticed it. Why do you hide your finger? I thought that the sight would disturb you. Impudent wretch. Taiko-sama's fingers number the same as yours. How dare you say that the sight is disturbing? Retired regent, in the case it refers to Toyotomi Hideyoshi, former president of Japan. Taiko-sama possessed an extra thumb on his right hand, 6 fingers. Lord Nobunaga sometimes referred to Taiko-sama as sixth. From Kokuso Yogi-on by Meija Toshi. Simply some facts. Kogan's dreams were shattered. In the 6th year of Keicho Yagyu Munenori became sword instructor of the house of the shogun. Why is that so? The cursed memories evoked by the stance of Nagariboshi were crystal clear. But was Kogan aware that the one standing before him, Seigen, had nothing to do with those events? So he's driven by some sort of hate, some sort of madness. That's why he was crying. Munenori knew that when he told me to hide my finger. He knew when he told me. Oh, so he wasn't used to hiding it, I guess. Hirako-sama, run away. Fuck, bro. She really burned her shit. He's going to catch you down. He's going to kill you. Hirako seems to have woken up. Look at this pretty motherfucker, man. Birth chart. Below Kakegawa Castle, estate of Iwamoto Kogan. Oh, that's Mie. Mie-sama, the weather is most chilly. It would be wise if we returned inside. I'm not cold. That's Mount Akiba. Right now, my father is passing on the secrets of his greatest technique, passing him on to the man who will become heir to the Kogan Ryu. Mia-sama is smiling. I had thought that she had lost her smile from all the hardships she had endured, right? When Mia was 7, her father Kogan had slashed the sparrow's nest she cherished in twain. In twain means in two, as I learned recently. That's kind of fucked up, bro. Oh, I don't know if I can show this on the two, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? At 11, welcome on me. He says about his wife. There were words her father spat out. These were words. These were the words her father spat out upon seeing her mother who had taken her own life in prison. I mean, you put her in prison, bro. Farewell, my sweet child. When you wake in the morning, mother will give you milk from her breast. Damn, at least she's a bit happy. She is like an angel. Miyasama's warm heart is melting even the frigid snow. Spring, soon spring will come. And she's thinking about this moment in the dojo. On that humiliating day, only one man had refused to follow Kogan's orders and protected Mia's pride, and that was Hirako-sama, but he is getting his shit done in. See, that's what I was talking about. The fact that Hirako, even though he's a selfish bastard in so many ways, he's not that good of a person per se. He was, or he, by going against the wills of the system, quote unquote, well, he still had an impact on our girl Mia here, because he wasn't a puppet like she says later on, but I can't show too much of this because there's mad booty cheeks. He's not a puppet. He's a true man. Warm blood flows in his vein. Of course, she was not cold, for in her heart was the blaze of Hirako Seigen. So she did fall in respect with him because of that moment, which is kind of cute, which is great. We love to see it. But Hirako woke up. Hirako Seigen came to his senses. Behind him, Iku's scream. Iku's scream. Iku's scream. I'm out here dragging the S from cuz to scream, which make it cream. Anyway, let me start that. Ahead, Kogan enraged. What? What's happening? Well, what's happening? Bruh. Seigen's testicles shriveled like those of a yabai. And no way. But he has shown that he was like not so much so a samurai, but he's a survivalist, He practices the sword for his life, and so he did that. So he does care about his life, and he cares about protecting it and all that. Money, money, money. And his pupils, and his pupils, and his pupils, and his pupils widened immensely. No, this is not training. This is not training lesson. What? What's going on? He sees the fucking beast. Sagan was completely paralyzed. The visions of flittering, the visions that fluttered through his brains were, huh? of the woman he savored by hooking fingers with them, seducing them with his eyes. Of the woman he savored by hooking fingers with them, seducing them with his eyes. I guess that's the moments that he loved the most. So that's the thought that came to him. Or at least those are things that he loves about life. I think that this is a moment of life flashing before his eyes. Because those moments are crazy if you know what this is referring to. So he went out of his way to. He usually just walks around and hooks up his little finger to somebody, then gives the eye contact, and there he goes. So that's the image rolling through his mind. I have to go through these pages really fast because they are kind of wild. Yae, daughter of Kadono Yasujiro and Kakigawa Samurai. Fusano, younger sister of Sakurai Hiroguro. Kosuzu, wife of Master Kota. Ei, Yoshi, Taylor's wife. Kimi, daughter of the eatery's owner. Widow of Kayoi Teramachi. Damn, he went at it. Iku, Kogan's mistress. Oh. Kakowaremono, which one of Togyata show? We told it to be less confusing. Oof. All he felt was a fucking slash. A beautiful line came across his face. And there goes the man, already turned around. The attack was so fast, and his bamboo sword is cut the fuck up. He runs forward. Well, she runs to him. Yeah, his eyes are gone. That's what happened. Machi. The old man did his thing. He could. Whoa! And the man is smiling. The striking young man with flowing black hair enters the hot tub with Iku. A crimson blindfold flowers on his face. This is a reference to the song about Iku, about whoever approaches her has red on their face, on their body. Red is, well, you can see it here. Oof. Ah, he screams, and that isn't afraid to scream because he's no samurai. He's just a cool little guy, you know what I'm saying? Trying to survive. The old man goes back to being crazy, or to be demented, I should say. It's Mr. Seed over here. Poor man here got his teeth cut up and his mouth opened the fuck up. Open their eyes. Even Fujiki. Damn shit. Don't do this. By the way, this dude ate this lady's titty that was cut off. I just want to mention that. I thought he was pretty chill, but seems like, I don't know. He came, he said some shit, then he bounced. They water the shits. They close the doors. They take their master. And they go, and they leave him there. It's beautiful because you get so many pages with no dialogue, just visual storytelling. Or the unending cries Sagan offered to the night. There's probably some other phrase, but I couldn't find it. Now I gotta look for it. The signal of a genius swordsman's hand? No. These are birth cries. Oh my god, bro. That is so fucking cold. He's born. The mewling cries of a newborn monster. Bakemonome. He can be. There's still growth to be done. I think they feel a bit of shame here because Fujiki, now you are the successor to Kogan Ryu. Damn, our boy is crying. Dorikatem, who are you? His expression is kinda crazy. The face of his fellow student Fujiki Gennosuke had looked for an instant like someone else because of Twilight's falling shadow. This was what Uchimata Gozaemon told himself. That night, two monsters were born. Why? No, three. Here goes our girl Mie. That's the thing I do not understand. Here, what did this expression mean? Has he finally grown disillusioned with the whole thing? Or something else? Hard to say, but he has grown a bit. El missing armo. Oh, that's a lot of fangs. Kiba. There will always be one or two tyrants at any given points in history. You don't fucking say. Look at these boys, man. But no matter how vice like a tyrant's hold was over his lands, he was but a simple daimyo in the eyes of the Tokugawa shogunate rulers of the heaven, confiscating a daimyo's land and punishing him was not difficult in the least. However, if the blood of Tokugawa Ieyasu himself flowed through that tyrant's vein, who could dare to chastise him? Huh? Kanai, second year, Tokugawa Tokugawa Tadanaga's lands spanned all of Kai, Suruga, and Totomi. His fortress was the castle of Sunpu. Kanei, 50th year, Sunpu Castle. So we went from year 2 here. Anyway. Whoa. Naked. On that day, Sato, daughter of the low-ranking official Suda Yeichiro, had been chosen to enter Tadanaga's chamber and attend his needs. Huh. Whoa. A meticulous series of tests were performed before she entered, to ensure that she was not hiding any weapons or messages on her person. Why would there be messages? It seems nothing amiss. It seems nothing is amiss. It was not a rare occurrence for a lord to take interest not only in the servants of the noble woman, but in the children of commoners as well. Damn. Oh, she looked like me. Cut the hair here, rearrange it. This part goes on the forehead. The Sato, the clan of Tokugawa, was so awing that it inspired actual terror within her. It's like, damn. Make sure you do not anger our lord. So she came in. Why do I put 2 beds then? She was a virgin who had just experienced menarche. What the fuck is menarche? Now I gotta search what menarche is. Menarche? Oh, okay. She just experienced her first moments, blossoms. And so he comes in. She moves directly for the bow. Once Tadanaga entered the room, Sato could only bow her head to the floor and quake with fear. Oh, this nigga's a sadist. Yep. At that time, cherished memories rose unbidden in Sato's mind one by one. Cherished memories. Oh. Wow. That's when she was a baby. Festivals, sunsets, playing with friends, with a frog. What up? Oh, yeah, her life flashed before her eyes. In times of imminent death, the human mind instinctively searches for a way to evade the reality. Yeah, it's showing her life is flashing before her eyes. That was the truth of the phenomenon, where one's life flashes before one's eyes. That's why he saw so many hoes when he was dying, the Mr. Iroko-sama. That's why he saw that. That's because that's his greatest pleasures. But this dude is the one that actually organized the tournament. He is the freaky freakazoids that organized the tournament. So it's not a surprise to him to see him do this. There was not one single person in the entire castle who could put an end to Tadanaga's tyranny, just because he had some of the blood of Tokugawa Tadanaga, son of former shogun Hidetada and blood brother of Shogun Iemitsu. A certain battle held during the tournament at Sunpu Castle in the 6th year of Kanei turned out to be the beginning of his downfall. Because Mr. Freakazoid here loves them guts, loves the suffering, loves the gory shit. Kanei, 5th year, Enshu Kakegawa. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not paying much attention to the years. By the way, Kake is drawing, so Kakegawa. Two samurais. Once Tadanaga became ruler of Enshu, many ronin gathered to the taverns of Kakegawa, hoping to serve him. Ronin, I think, is samurai with no masters. Even amongst those men, a group of 8 who arrived in July in particular, were a rowdy band of ne'er-do-wells who killed indiscriminately. Yeah, it looked like they kill indiscriminately. Mr. Silly over here, Mr. Low-key killer. He's really low-key, I don't like it. Mr. Big Guy over here, Mr. Bossman, Mr. Young new fellow over here, Mr. Toli. I don't know what this guy, this nigga is just weird. And without concern for the consequences, they just kill for the kill. Excuse me, please wait. I have something to tell you. They all turn around. What is it? Well, you have not paid yet. The man who sought to rein in these men's thoughtless deeds, to rein in these men's thoughtless deeds, was the chivalrous innkeeper, Kurodo Shikara. Oh, shame on me, I completely forgot. Bruh. I guess these are made of metal. He just slapped the shit out of to the point where his eyes were popping out. Kakemon paid with a steel fan. Hold on. Damn, they really opened the boy's head up. They arrogantly believed that the officials would not move against them. But what? Because they had killed a single man. Oh, you think so? Seems like a lady here. Just like Lord Nobunaga. It's said that Tadanaga-sama will take in even men like us if only we show the ability. that the others know this as well. The village is filled with bursting. The village is filled to bursting with running. Even he could not possibly receive everyone here. That's why we must show him evidence. Yes, that our skill with the blade are entirely different from the other running. Like Musashi, who challenged the clan of Yoshiaka to prove his worth. He looks like how he talk. That's quickest way. That's the quickest way. Then I'll pray. Seems that this school called Kogan Ryu is the most famous around these parts. Oh shit. What kind of 2-bit country bumpkin discipline is this? Kogan Ryu. This was the tall guy. Well, he said the master Iwamoto Kogan and his daughter are both insane. And of the two masters, they said the one called Shiyama is a simpleton. And the one called Fujiki is dumb. Ha! Sound like it's not a bumpkin school. It's the school of madmen. Say that again. Boy. It was the youngest disciple of the Kogan Ryu, the 15-year-old Kondo Suzunosuke. His bangs yet hung impishly in his eyes. Oh boy, this little nigga, bruh. What's with the hair, huh? Are you of Kogan Ryu? Yeah, let's see if you've even got an Adam's apple. What? Boy breathes in, slashes at the man. What did he use, bro? Is this ways of acting, young man? He used his sword. When did he get the time to do it? He was shaking here. Though young, the boy was a fine disciple of the Kogan Ryu. His blade flashed through the air, striking like a blinding ray of sunlight. At the same time, woo! Kamaemon aimed for his throat, Hasebe for his solar plexus, and Denki's Zambato stopped at his neck. Damn, bro. Ukon's throwing knives found their target between Suzunosuke's eyes, while Samanosuke drew a wicked and long length of chain, and then there was the smile of Tanba Henyasai, licensed practitioner of Shin Muso Hayashizaki Ryu. Did they kill him? It seems like they did. But they say some of them stopped somewhere. 3 years had passed. since the exile of Irakusegan. Suzu, forgive me, Shihan. Not only did I, Suzunosuke, bring this battle upon Kogan Ryu, but I also pledged a vow to duel. The enemy numbers 7 Ronin, who said to bring a witness to Jinba Pass at sunset. Suzu, please forgive me. I will defeat every one of them, wielding only the sword I pledged my life on it. Suzu, Yokuyatta, you have done well, he says with his fucked up teeth. The act of smiling was originally a show of aggression. Really? This nigga's not smiling this time. As a beast would fear its fangs. But we are not really beasts, we are more like herbivores. And our fangs are not used for war, but anyway. Fangs, Kiba. Ooh, Fujiki-san. This nigga went above and beyond. Punched this dude's eye in if he had no sword on him. Denki, brain damage due to gross physical trauma to the right side of the face. Why do they say gross physical trauma? Just sheer trauma to the face. He really got beat the fuck, bruh. Kakiyamon, brain damage stemming from collapse of the nasal cavity. Oof. Kamaemon, collapse of the lung due to crushed ribs. So yeah, there were no swords. This is all pure violence. Samanosuke, suffocation caused by intrusion of the chin into the throat. What is wrong with Fujiki nowadays? Gunzo, spinal fractures. He still managed to smile. Ukon, massive trauma to the chin. Damn, my boy has teeth stuck to his hand. That's how they were projected out of his hand. With his bare hands. I do not need a weapon. I do not need a weapon when facing stray dogs. That's crazy. To think that a dragon would be hiding in Kakegawa. This the dude we didn't see fight, or who didn't jump into action. He's going for it. That man can do it. Fujiki Genosuke's right hand grasped the sword that did not exist. Ha. Watch closely. Phew. Stepped in, already in zone. Ooh. Went right for his own hand. Boko. That shit. Then did it. Here it comes. Goes so this is the right one. So he turns, then comes back and brings it back in. There is no, he is using the technique. He is using what do you call it? Nagaribushi. He's using it on his hands. and let's go. Let's go of all that force and all. Goes right in his mouth. That's how he about to. Whoa! Knock his jaw out of his mouth. Damn. The bare fist of Fujiki Genosuke, who had received a license to teach Kogan Ryu the year before from Shihan Ushimata, were fearsome weapons in of themselves. This man's still mad. Once Henyasai was defeated, the others dropped large rocks onto the skulls of the fallen. The fuck? Leave one for the message. That one would become a living testament to the fearsome strength of the Kogan Ryu. The tears came unbidden. For Suzunosuke had confirmed with his own two eyes, that the art he was learning, Kogan Ryu, was truly the mightiest in the land. Wow. Wow. For the very image of the samurai he wished one day to become was shining brightly in front of him. Someday, I too. Yeah, I feel like you ain't gonna live long enough. The next day. Though Genosuke was always first among those of the Kogan Ryu to enter the dojo, on that day he felt the presence of another. Ha ha ha! Here he comes. Damn, look at him in the fucking ceiling. And though at times Genosuke had glimpsed the wraith-like visage of a certain man in that place this time. What? Suzunosuke, that it is, but not in the shape you'd think. Yeah, I knew he wasn't gonna live, but damn, bro. Face is When a corpse was discovered in the estate of the Kogan Ryu, the first suspect was not an outsider. Really? Since they think that he went mad again and he went crazy and did that shit. Excuse me. He opens the door. He finds him eating a fish raw. Damn, bro. Now I recognize this page. I saw it before, but I thought it was from Golden Kamuy because he kind of looks like Hijikata Toshizo, however you say his name. He's going crazy on that fish. That's a carp too. By your leave. Shihan, Kogan Sensei is not the one who killed Suzu. Kogan Sensei is not the one who killed Shizu. Report this happening to the authorities So they were gonna keep it a secret if it wasn't for. The body was in a bamboo forest near Suzunosuke's house. Suzunosuke's dog had been the first to discover the corpse. Damn. Poor guy, man. His clothes aren't stained by blood. That means he was beheaded after his pulse had stopped. That means he was beheaded after his pulse had stopped. Oh damn, they're crying. So the strike that took Suzu's life was the slash that split his face open. Yeah. These guys are pretty good detectives. Damn. Shimata Dono, do you have any suspects? They do really care about each other though, and even more so for the young, for the young new, pretty much their little brother, and he had promises of like respecting the honor of the dojo and everything. He killed somebody for them, and they were all smiling about it. So yeah, this is the first, honestly, to see them this emotional. Even more so this dude with his big ass globudating eyes, Mr. Owlman here. Ichimata Dono, do you have any suspects? Yesterday, Suzunosuke punished a straight running. The official's reply was tinged with resignation. After the Battle of Sekigahara, the Tokugawa shogunate brought ruin to the many daimyo, leading to the sudden creation of over 22,000 ronin. Damn. Oh, these are people that were cut. Starting in the first year of Kane, their acts of depravity began on a nationwide scale, quickly growing beyond the ability of the officials to contain. Damn. Some running. At Suzunosuke's funeral. Damn. The face of his father, Suzayamon, was as that of a wraith. Kogan followed behind the procession, his mind cloudy and confused. This nigga don't know what he doing here. The disciples of Kogan Ryu sheathed their swords in white paper and bid Suzunosuke farewell. Goodbye, man. Suzunosuke, why were you crying on that day? You don't understand, you thick-skulled bastard. You're a simpleton, but you're a likable simpleton, but he knew what he saw. The reputation of Musou Koganryu has been stained. If we do not act quickly to punish the culprit, soon we shall find ourselves as laughingstock. It's too late. Once our honor has been lost, it cannot be regained. We have to make a culprit ourselves. What the fuck you on? Huh? Take care of any who have displayed animosity towards Kogan Ryu. Otherwise, our pride will be worth nothing. This dude's still crying. That is not to say kill indiscriminately. The culprit must be someone of sufficient skill. Suppose it were to be Itoryu Higaki Jingoro. Single sword, Itoryu's single sword. He will suffice. Kogan Ryu, Shihandai, Munakata Shimpanshiro, former vigilante of Kakegawa. 22 deep scars on his iron body served as proud evidence that he was a warrior of the Sengoku era. Damn. His hands possessed his hands possessed strength sufficient to catch a throwing knife in midair. Yeah, and I think he tried that shit multiple times. Mount Awaga. But what's up with your hair, bro? Mr. Horseman. Itoryu. Higaki Jingoro. Though he had been defeated in the past by Ushimata Gozaemon. Oh, damn. He had not fled, instead retreating into the mountains and training himself further in the ways of the sword. Who goes there? Who goes there? Amunakata Shimpanshiro of Kogan Ryu. Damn, my boy got beautified, like they say. Welcome. I thought it was about time you came along. A duel, if you will. This nigga running straight at him. He drew his sword and he was ready to catch it. What a madman. Got that shit, grabbed it, other hand in action, but he is ready for it. Let me use my fingers to... Oh, goddamn shit's cut right off. And he's coming back. Twisted it. How do you hold it on your two fingers? That's the crazy part for me. Brings it back. He goes for the forehead. Slashes it. Wow. I think he goes for the sweep with the leg kick. And there he goes. You should have left Hakegawa while you had the chance. Damn. At this moment I have punished the one who killed Kondo Suzunosuke. No, you have not. But you're gonna meet him right now, because if I'm following the narrative here, that's what's gonna happen next. The sun had already begun to rise. By the time Shinpanshiro reached the outskirts of the village, he's here. He beheld a peculiar sight in the mist. Yep, he's right here, and you're not gonna think it's an attack. A lone man stood still in the center of the bridge, clutching his cane. That is not a cane, my man. Though his features could not be clearly seen, it looked as though he might be smiling. A simpleton, then. That is no simpleton. It was only after he ignored the man and began walking forward that Shinpanshiro made a fearsome observation. It's not a cane. Cane de wa nai. And yet more terrifying was the fact that this man was not merely standing in place. He was already in an attack stance. This is the one. This is the man who killed Suzunosuke. I'm glad you knew. And he goes for the draw, and he uses the technique that he learned from Fujigi. But you can see the action lines coming from this dude's hands right now. dodges. Ooh! His face is already slit. Bruh. And he lays. He slid that shit open. Open sesame on the boy's head. Now he's standing over here. Chimpanzee's decapitated head was discovered, biting down on the bamboo sword. Ooh, that message you can't miss. You just can't miss that one. Seems like the charge is low here. Range is low on. Range is low hand. What are you doing here? And so the warrior, well, the title of the chapter is Cicada's Cry. So the warrior was slit open. I mean, bro, I can't even imagine. Was right before the crotch, or I should say right after it. Well, right before, from top to bottom. And look at this drawing of a man, and this dude got all them muscles, bruh. Look at the details. Said shwamp. And they know that, I think they know that he can't be the other dude, because when they go and see it, they only gonna see a cadaver. Though Chimpanzee's body had begun to take on a blue tinge after the officials returned it. The disciples of Kogan Ryu made no attempt to clothe the corpse in funeral robes. Damn. The sword struck from below, slicing upward. The one who killed Suzu is also the one who murdered Chimpanzee. Damn, they did her dirty. Hold on, why this nigga does not have like a fucked up hair? Maybe it's his rank and he's finally succeeded, but damn. Chimpanzee had a skill license. In the passing of a martial art, there existed the monetary license, the loyalty license, and the skill license. Oh, so either you pay enough money to receive the license, you stay long enough to receive the license, or you are skilled enough to receive that license. Like, you don't need to explain it, I just explained it. The monetary license involves bestowing a license on anyone who paid the proper amount of gold, regardless of the skill. A loyalty license was given by the school's grandmaster to his lord, or to those close to him, again, regardless of skill. Oh, my bad, I misjudged that one. Suzunosuke's license had been bestowed in this manner, for his grandfather Denzo had been an old friend of Kogan. Only the skill license was bestowed based on the receiver's actual martial prowess. Onakata Shinpaishiro had been held such a license. He must have let his guard down to be slain with a slash straight up the center. Everyone must stay alert. Everyone must stay alert. The enemy is a man of remarkable skills. Kakigawa. Another disciple had been beheaded. How would the reputation of Kogan Ryu fare? A bamboo sword? Aye, a bamboo sword. They say the beheaded They say the beheaded one, Shinpachiro, was found biting down on one. Why would the murderer leave him with a bamboo sword? It's obvious. It means that to him, Kogan Ryu is as dull and blunt as bam, and blunt as a bamboo sword. Ooh, get punched right from behind. That's Kogan Ryu. That shit was blunt. Yamazaki Kuroemon, the big-eyed dude. Are you a disciple of Kogan Ryu? Dull and blunt, you say? I would never say such a wonk. Right down his chin. He killed him. The fuck? Such an attack using the wrist was known as the tiger's fist. The mouth is the source of disaster. Indeed, indeed. He gets out. He's trying to leave. Oh, he coming for the attack. With his mouth like that. Oh, hell no. Strike to the face. And it's not over. No! He's giving him the fucking... what do you call it? The hook. Right in his fucking ribs. Breaking them all down. Like, they don't even put sound effects. You just know what's happening. The thief in the hand. These niggas eating their eyes. Ugh. He munches that shit and spurts it out. To sneer to Kogan Ryu was impossible. I feel they really are skilled. This nigga's eating watermelon with his big ass mouth. Mariko, Mariko. Where did Irako Sagan hail from again? Irako, why him? Huh. The cicadas were crying loudly, like this on the day he appeared at our dojo. I see. If I remember correctly, Irako Sagan was the son of a rich Edo dye merchant. No, he was not. He was disowned because he only focused on the blade. Huh, Edo. Mie. No, so Mie really hates Hirako because he left her when she just started to like him. Yeah. How are you feeling today? I hope you recover fully. 10 days had passed since Suzuno Suke's death. Though Master Uchimata had forbidden anyone from leaving the estate after dark, he had to get the revenge. Look at this nigga, bro. Oh. Oh, hell no, bro. What the fuck, bro? Never mind, this nigga's tears were all perverted. He's like Suzunosuke crying. This nigga imagined his naked body fighting. Yeah, this nigga was on something else. It was known that Kuroemon, who lived at the dojo, sometimes fell into such fantasies. This nigga slurping his own. The warriors of Kogan Ryu were not so cold as to hold it against him. Oh, they knew. Damn. I mean, they really understanding. But at the same time, this nigga was not. He was young. He's slurping his own shit. I can't, bro. Yeah, no, but I think that also means that he had it for most of them. But that, especially for the young Suzunosuke, that doesn't mean he is or he ain't, you know what I mean? He really slurping that shit though. He went crazy. Gog gog. Gog gog on himself. And he sees the angel of death. The question mark of death. He appeared. Or perhaps he was there from the beginning. Watching him go. Watching him gog gog himself. The man was like a tree. Kuroemon's pupils widened like those of a cat. I mean, your eyes were already bulging, my nigga. If you're the one who killed Suzu, this nigga fighting for boners now. Kuroemon's sword came to a rest behind his back. This was one of Kogan Ryu's nearly invincible attack stances. Damn, Muteki. But he slashes. He goes for it. But oh my god, it went nowhere. It was over. Same attack. Hell, he's just holding with two fingers, mostly the pinky. Both the speed and the timing of the flow of the blow far surpassed that of Nagare. He was trying to do the Nagare. Damn, he's still going through the motion, but it was over. I'd say this is Lady Iku, but this right here is still sort of a mystery. And the crazy thing is, I don't want to mention it yet. Yamazaki's head was found burned as though a pair of tongues had been held against his face. The first one was the bamboo. The second one was the burn. Well, actually, the first one would have been the kid, but I don't know what else was in that design. Damn. Can't let this shit keep happening. Well, what did you just say? I believe that the culprit may be Irakwa Seigen. 3 years ago, Monakata Shinpanchiro handed him a bamboo sword before his punishment. Shinpanchiro was found biting down on a bamboo sword as well. Also, Yamazaki Kuroemon presented the burning iron to them on that day. The murderer seared one side of Kuroemon's face. The bamboo man and the nigga with the stick, the heated stick. Finally, Suzu's head was laying at the very place. That Hirako Seigen had fled to on the day he arrived. Seigen is blind. Nakata and Yamazaki face him in the pitch black of night. Sazunasuke was yet immature. I know that. Listen closely. The blind swordsman. Though the renowned swordsman of the Sengoku era Toda Seigen had been a master of Chujoryu, portrait of the man were drawn without pupils. Seigen, with a sword less than 2 feet long, researched sword techniques that would allow him to subdue opponents wielding blades over 3 feet in length. Block that shit and then now get in. It is though that in this way his disciples Sasaki Kojiro, what? This nigga was naturally able to train himself in the ways of the long blade. This nigga trained Sasaki Kojiro. Yairaku, 4th year, July 23rd, Minono, below Mount Inaba Castle. On that day, Toda Seigen was facing off against another swordsman in his lord's yard as his lord demanded. At the time, Toda Seigen had already been afflicted with a disease, causing his eyes to become milky and clouded. As they were in his portrait, he was blind. Watching from the sidelines, his younger brother Toda Kagemasa, as well as Sasaki Kojiro, along with Seigen's many other disciples, waited ready to avenge their master should he fall. Yeah, the crash out team ready to act out. We know how it works. His opponent, a man named Umezu, a disciple of Shintoryu. In his hand was a stave 3.5 feet long. Shinto is the religion, so I'm guessing he's some sort of Buddhist type being. Seigen held a log, barely over a foot in length, his sword hand wrapped in supple leather. Supple leather, why? Umezu. He was already inside. Here comes pushing, but he strikes 3 times and dodges the hit. And he even breaks his shit. Damn, nigga, need to chill. Huh? Wonk. He put him to sleep. Nah, he put him to death. My bad. The fuck? I have heard that he beat his opponent wildly and indiscriminately. That was how he had to fight because he could not see. That is what a blind swordman is like. But this one is a one-strike kill, I guess, is what he's trying to say. The warriors of Koganryu were all felled by a single strike. I mean, yes, but the culprit is somehow related to Irakosagan. Regardless of how or why, Hirako is here, somewhere in Kakegawa. Sudanoishi, are you there? Sudanoishi, are you there? May I ask who is calling? We are of Koganryu. I'm coming. Welcome. I take it Iwamoto-sama is looking to purchase my services. The blind man Sudanoshi was a masseuse. No, but masseuses were truly masseuses. Recommandation. No. Walks in, checks it out. Then may I ask why you saw fit to visit? This nigga sweating. Have you heard of an unfamiliar blind man around these parts lately? An unfamiliar blind man? Sirs, as you can see, I'm blind, and therefore then you are bound to have some ways of contacting another. What do you mean? You speak of the Todoza. Todoza was an organization composed of and governed completely by the blind, encompassing old men in the land who were without sights. Its scale was far larger than the average man could imagine. Are you truly aware of the blind man we're looking for? If you must know, I believe would be best to ask King Gyosama. King Gyos. The Todoza was composed of 4 divisions, 14 subdivisions, and 73 subsections. At the summit, that was the man known as Kengyo, possessor of lands on par with any noble, a man with no less than 13 personal manservants. He enjoyed a life of incredible luxury. Yeah, you niggas with your 300 koku can't stand around that. For the disciples of a mere martial arts master to think of even requesting to meet him personally was out of the question. Sudanoishi, you know that we could never even try to meet him, and yet you dare suggest it so casually. Bruh, what? They hear it. They're going crazy in his house. A strange, unaudible, unnatural sound that Sudanoishi had never heard before drilled into his ears. Poof. Damn, they hanging from the ceiling with 2 fingers. From the ceiling where Okitsu Sanjuro hung suspended, there came a foreign shriek, the like of which Sudanoishi had never even imagined. Gripped by terror of the unknown, he subconsciously voided his bladder. Bruh. Be careful, you too. Mariko Hikobi and Okitsu Sanjuro parted ways in front of the public baths. May I please have the weapons at your side? Oh hell nah, bruh. Don't tell me you're gonna get... Having handed over both his swords, he slowly disrobed. Damn, this nigga kinda beefy. Though his bold movements hardly seemed like those of a man targeted for an assassination. The body of Mariko Hikobi, second only to Uchimata Gozaiman in raw strength, was a deadly weapon in and of itself. Yeah, you can see that. Also, it could be said that the baths where everyone was nude were far safer than outside. Mariko. This nigga beefy. It's the beefcake over here. Uchimata Tozaimon. Behind him. Yo, this nigga brought a sword to the bathhouse. Slashed him right open, guts and all. It took place in an instant. Oh, but he ain't giving up. Seems like he still wanna land an attack. Damn, it's too late, man. There's somebody burned up in the back. Shizuhata Kingyo's Shioki Estate, below Kakegawa Castle. Hey, my girl Iku. Bang, 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 bang. Hold on. Mieru. Kora, Mieru. I think this might be the penultimate chapter for today. Tiger's Cup. Inside Mariko Hikobe's dissected mouth. Oh, where's his own severed? Oh, hell no. In his mouth is crazy. One of the people inside the bath at the time had seen a man enter with a weapon. Did he put it up his ass? Who knows, man? Though the disciples of Kogan Ryu went forth hunting into the mountains. A pair of wild boars was all they had to show for their efforts. Rumors began to spread that this was not the work of a man, but a demon. The tiger's room, the chamber set aside for students who lived at the estate. This one has become too large. This one has become too large. This nigga act like he enjoyed that. Smile. Damn, they used to have good time. Look at this weirdo on the corner, bruh. They used to play here, hang here, this dumbass. Weirdo. Fuchiki I'll illiterate and learn the letters from Okitsu Sanjuro. In a time where paper was precious, he wrote on the table with water. What do you mean? Of course, he diligently practiced every day. His right hand was swollen to twice its normal size. The thief of running his lane, digging into his fist, has caused an infection. It's festering. This is why you don't do that shit, bruh. Next day, below Kaskegawa Castle, an estate sprawling nearly 50,000 square feet, the living place of the Kengyo, the absolute pinnacle of the guild of the blind Todoza. The one to bestow such prestige to the leader of the Todoza was none other than the man who held the heavens in his grasp, Shogun Tokugawa Ieyasu himself. Inside this estate given by the mighty shogunate, a man could be seen walking, his shabby clothes seemed out of place in the midst of such luxury. This nigga Fujiki, bruh. Bing, 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 bing. The blind men learning the shamisen wrinkled their noses, recoiling from the unfamiliar sense of the wild. They said, what's that smell? Welcome, yokoso. The Kengyo had three secretaries known as Jokushi. These men were not blind. Huh. The price for 3 tigers. Thank you. What do you mean the price for 3 tigers? Did this nigga betray? Okitsu Dono, when can we expect the next 3? Wait a little longer. No. Wait a little longer. The remaining 3 will not be as easy as the ones to have now. Up to now have been. Tigers among tigers, you mean? Correct. This stinking motherfucker. Okitsu did not mention Genosuke's wound. Why even he could not say. This nigga slashed a mosquito. I shall take my leave. Jokushi heard of the sound of Okitsu's blade, but they saw nothing. But to the eyes of the man tending to the bushes outside, on the side of that man's nose was a mole the size of a grape. Goes out, runs out. Okitsu, oh, Fujiki. Where's Hirako inside that palace? Fujiki, oh, Fujiki. Are you thinking of spending your whole life inside the tiger's womb? Are you thinking of spending the whole life inside the tiger's womb? Do you think there will be a tomorrow for Kogan Ryu? Kogan Ryu's tomorrow lies with Mie-sama. Kogan Ryu's tomorrow lies with Mie-sama. Mie-sama, you say? Fujiki. The heart, once broken, can never again. Never. Huh? Who broke your heart, man? Did this nigga love Hiroko-sama? Fujiki, I stole this from you. This way of holding the sword. This was the secret you showed off when you defeated Irago. It must have been incredibly hard to discover. You were too lax in hiding your abilities. He goes for it, but Fujiki is in another league nowadays. My man lost his arm already. Huh? Okay, Fuji can't no joke nowadays. Fuji, like I thought, you're on a different level entirely. It seems the tiger's room will truly become larger now. I know it does. Will truly become larger now. Who broke your heart, man? Guess he didn't talk about the wound because he still wanted to feel a fair fight or see a fair fight. Damn. Irako. Fujiki gen nosuke. Ushimata Gozaimon. Iwamoto Kogan. She wanna go for Iwamoto Kogan. Damn, the poor girl. You can see the burned one and the other one. The chipped up one. I said this was the last one I was stripping, man. Let me be. What does slicing into a human feel like? Well, it makes a sound like cutting through a wet bottle, a wet towel, bruh. If you like well, you feel nothing. If you strike well, you feel nothing. He's waiting for his opinion. Caesar, yes. The rice is tasty, isn't it? Yeah, yes. Yes, yeah, yes. Just that's half a year after the exile of Iragosagan. Damn, she has not been eating. Mia had become so thin that her anus could be seen when her legs were gathered. The fuck does that mean, bro? After seeing her own body reflected in the water of the tub, she had taken to merely washing her body in her own room. She didn't feel enough. She shattered every mirror in the estate and scored even the lacquer trays with deep scratches. Inside a drawer of her dresser were the corpses of cicadas. In one corner, there was the paper doll of a man, a deep cut running across its face. That's his representation of. While cleaning her body, she sometimes found herself wishing that her own hands were the hands of that man. That man, not the man with the six things. The fuck was that? was the liver of a four-legged animal. Seed was his earnest attempt to restore vitality to his daughter, to return her body into a vessel ripe for mating and ready to bear strong young. Man, look at how he treated her. Though in the end, he ended up eating it himself. This fucker, bro. This fucking, what do you call it? Dementia-shaded fucker. Her father's wishes were clearly surely eating away at Mia's mind. On the first night of snowfall, Mia ran out into the streets, wearing only a thin undergarment for cover. Though Mia's body was gaunt as could be, for that instant she seemed as beautiful and attractive as ever, like an angel from the heavens. The demon blade that his lord Ando Naotsugu had bestowed upon him, Nanacho Nenbutsu, was gone. It's Mie. Strike her down and bring it back. Whoa, bro. To the dojo students, Kogan's word was law. See, that's the problem. You niggas following. So they run out into the night. Yeah. Ooh. She seems ready to attack. That blade shines so strangely. I feel like I'm being absorbed into it. Miyazama is dangerous for you. Please sheath the sword. For the clan, I do not want to do this, but... What? Brock right on his neck. Oh! Miyazama. Okay, this nigga did make choices. Oh. Miyazama is acting strangely. Hold these. Huh? It's too dangerous. Miyazama has taken the Nagara stance. Is she able to fight? Oh, he's giving his body. It's dangerous even more so because her Nagara is incomplete. It is dangerous, and she is weak. She even does the breath. He jumps in, but he lets it go. He's missing the point, isn't he? He grabs the sword, but she should have grabbed him here. It was an immensely valuable sword that could never be dropped. But even had that not been the case, Genosuke would surely have given his life to protect the sword. Oh my god, bro. She wanted you to protect her, not... Fujiki. How would Miyazama, a woman, want that sword so badly? She wanted to get rid of it. Who would have guessed? Only in the reflection of Nanacho Ninbutsu blade was Mia's face still as gentle and round as it had once been. Oh, some rice? Only when the disciples of Kogan Ryu began falling victim of an unknown assailant did Mia's appetite return. Exactly on the day it all began. Alright. Futawa. The one who struck down 4 students of Kogan Ryu with one blow was Okitsu Sanjuro of the same school. No, it was not. And the one who finished Okitsu was Fujiki Gennosuke, also known of Kogan Ryu, and Shu Kakegawa. The startling revelation that the warriors of Kogan Ryu, so dedicated as to strike each other down in pursuit of the blade. The rumors of demons and unknown murderers were quieted. However, shame, and this nigga got beat up. I won't be fooled. Just like Okitsu, you two have also sold real Kogan Ryu in exchange for money. Confess. I swear, master, neither of us has monk pot on his head. Having regained consciousness for the first time in 49 days, this old demon, upon hearing of Okitsu's betrayal, had instantly been transformed into a wraith of rage. Do you think I'm blind? Do you think me blind? You two are also the Kengyo underlings. And so it became impossible to explain everything. There's nothing you can say with your mouth. But if you two are true warriors, prove your innocence with Futawa. The fuck is Futawa? Tomorrow morning, once Kogan ordered Futawa, Gennosuke in turn went to the servant's mosque and ordered him to bring a large bowl of arrowroot gruel. Inside this gruel of gruel was the Iwamoto's clan's special laxative. Laxative! Gennosuke drank the content of the bowl at once, and after a short period of meditation, walked out to the lavatory. This nigga's gonna poop out his guts. Ah. After repeating the process 3 times, Gennosuke's bowel would become completely empty. That was a courtesy undertaken so that the intestines would not stink. When a man performs seppuku and slices his own belly open, what do you fucking mean? Is that what Futawa is? The next morning, the swords grabs in the hand of Dozan, known as the dragon of the and the tiger of Kogan Ryu, were not made of wood. Gozaimon's cheeks were also hollow. Ooh, proof that he too had undertaken the same actions as Gennosuke. Yeah, my man, shit it. Perhaps Kogan kept his sword in hand because he suspected his own pupils. Kogan Ryu Futawa began. Yo, what? They gonna fight? I will begin the first event. Prepare. Oh! Slash, slash, dodge. Uses his hand. Slash. Stops at his head. Futawa was comprised of a series of kata, the kata involved. Executing a set series of attacks and counterattacks. Second, matching one's breathing with the other, and thus engraving the ways of the sword into the body. However, when this precise series of attacks was carried out, as fast as was possible, the mortality rate was even higher than that of duels with live steel. Damn. Don't hesitate even for a moment. Create circles with your swords. And hesitate even for a moment. Create circles with your foes. They went fast. Ooh, Slashy started. Their breathing became ragged, harsh with fatigue. And at the very end, the final kata, executed with both participants unable to see the other. Slash was therefore impossible to stop at the last moment. These two loyal disciples had put their very lives on the line in order to please their master. Damn. Perhaps the tears flowing from their eyes were from the deep emotion that came, knowing that they had managed to complete the ritual without killing a fellow warrior. Yeah, that's kind of beautiful. But this nigga ain't crying. That night, a man bearing a letter arrived at the Iwamoto estate. On the side of that man's nose was a mole. That's the nigga with the mole. Ugh. Oh. What is this? Is that a hostage? What if they are out here? You fucking kidding me? Is that Jing versus? This is bullshit. This is it's AI. AI. This looks like AI art too much. hardest thing you can do. You just have to really believe yourself. them trash prices at the fucking store. What's the funniest fucking thing?